Well, I was going to open the video with the Cold Steel catalog, but I just figured I'd jump right into this review. Sorry, my light just went out, so I had to change to my phone light. Really bright, but if you couldn't tell from the title, this is the Cold Steel Kudu. There's the Cold Steel logo. Yeah, this one's a misprint. Same with the other one I have. This is Colo steel. You can tell. It's got a lot of scratches on it. It's been used. Still has the factory edge on it, and yeah, pretty thin knife. Does not flex much. Flexes enough, though, that's for sure. It's a great knife, but let's get right into the review. Okay, size. The size of this knife is, wow, this knife is so reflective. Anyways, this is a 10-inch knife, and a 4.5-inch blade. So it's the same size as the Spartan, but way cheaper. The retail price on this thing is anywhere from like $7 to $10, depending where you get it. But yeah, that was a sneeze. Sorry. Yeah, the weight on this knife, totally worth it at 2.6 ounces. Yeah, my Spartan is somewhere around 9, I think. Yeah, this thing is 2.4, so a lot lighter, but just as much blade. Look at that. It's pretty incredible if you ask me. I mean, you get some better steel with the Spartan. You get a wave feature and a specialty handle, but I'll talk about that later. This knife, on the other hand, it has a very mild handle. It, could fit pretty much any grip you want, reverse. It can't really fit reverse blade facing backwards. You can kind of use this back piece here as like a thumb ramp. Not really, can't really do that. It's kind of awkward. But you can definitely choke up like this. You can fit your finger through the hole right here. Kind of gives nice little like cutting, carving feel. Yeah, this knife's pretty awesome. You can do some flipping if I had enough room. I don't really have enough room. But yeah, you just look it up online. People do tricks with these kind of knives. You can't really do it with the Cold Steel ones. More with the original, I think they're called Opaki, or something like that. Sorry if I totally killed that. Never owned one, I just own the Kudu. I really like this Kudu though. For all the money, you're getting a heck of a knife. Really long blade. Definitely a workhorse. Does not come sharp. The Spartan comes pretty sharp. Let me just actually get that for you. Yeah, you can probably see that. I just cut some hairs. Yep. Throw it in the pile. Just kidding. Cold Steel Kudu, on the other hand, not happening. Not really cutting hairs. Not close. This is factory edge. I did use it to cut wood, split wood. I batoned with it. I threw with it. Cut paper with it. So, yeah, it would be sharper, but not a lot sharper. do you see all those scratches? I tried to just, I don't know, it kind of got scratched up on the pavement, so when I was, throwing it and stuff like that, just the sides of it, I didn't actually hit the edge or anything. You can kind of see there's really no burrs. You can hardly see because there's so much light. Yeah, no real burrs or anything. It's great. I'm going to talk about the usage of this knife now. I mean, everyone has a different opinion, but most people consider this as just a working knife, like a workhorse. It definitely has the blade to be a workhorse. It is kind of a crude lockup, but it is reliable. Let me show you the Cold Steel catalog. I'll leave this right here for you guys to look at. But if you look in the Cold Steel catalog, they actually just did retesting on all their knives, including, how convenient, the Kudu. The Kudu holds 100 pounds. They didn't do this before, and I'm glad they did this time, because 100 pounds is not a lot, but it's not nothing. I mean, 100 pounds, it's not bad for $8. I mean, for $8 you're getting a 4-inch blade. It's $2 an inch. I mean, imagine if you could buy every knife for $2 an inch, or anything for $2 an inch. Yeah, it's a great knife. I'm really happy with it. It's so shiny, just blinding you guys. But mainly a workhorse. If you trained with it, it could be something more. You could be proficient with this use of this knife. I'm only saying that because this was originally a farming tool. It was originated in Germany and then moved to Africa, and actually, as what I've heard from, I don't know, I'm not experienced there or anything, but I've heard this is a common African knife for like gang fights, like a common knife for like gang fighting. So I think that has something to do with why Cold Steel made them. Not sure, maybe they just wanted to make this knife, who knows. But you can do tricks with it. This ring, catch it, you can flip it, you can catch the blade right there, flip it back. I don't have enough room. I'm about to hit you guys, so I can't really do it. It's either I hit you guys or I hit the table, so. That's pretty much, all the uses you can use for it. I mean, I mainly use it for Workhorse. This is actually my previous Kudu. This poor thing. It's like knife abuse. Drilled a hole in there, so scratched up. Yeah, it's not just pocket wear right there. Yeah, I blacked this side. I like it. It looks actually not bad, not as reflective. I was gonna paint the whole handle orange, but then I got really lazy and I lost the blade for a while. So once I found the blade, I was so happy I just put it back on, put it in my car, and I've left it there ever since. So let's talk about the deployment in this knife. You notice it has no pocket clip, which is kind of confusing. You do not put this in your pocket. Well, I mean, you put it in your pocket, but don't just put it in your pocket loose. I'm going to show you how I do I put it in my pocket, and most people put it in their pocket. But here's a pair of my jeans, and here's my back left pocket, which has my wallet in it because I'm left-handed, and I just keep it in there. But the Kudu slips to the side of the wallet. I prefer putting my wallet in like flappy side towards the Kudu, because I feel it helps. It kind of like, I'll put it in the wrong way, and you can't see that. Okay, so it's kind of hard with one hand. Let's move everything down. I'm so professional, guys. So as you can see, you put this in here, and when you want it, you reach back. It can just feel like you're pulling out your wallet. Reach back, stick your finger in here, and you can pull out, and you have it here. You can grip it this way. It's actually a really nice handle for hammering. I use this one a lot for hammering. You probably can't even tell. There's no wear on it. I actually have used this quite frequently for hammering, which is not good, but it's a knife. I want to use it, so you do that, and then just deploy it normally, or you can try to flick it, but this is just as easy. The lockup has lots of play. Like I said, it's pretty crude. It's a crude lock. It has these notches on the blade, and the notches make a I don't know what they call it, it makes a distinct sound when you open and close it. And the last notch in the blade is deeper, and it's bigger than all the other ones, so when you engage it, it does lock that blade in, and it locks it in nice. You can tell. The only way this knife would disengage is not from negative pressure on the back of the blade. Look at that. It's actually forward pressure. Let's get you to look at that. So I'm going to push forward. You see how that moves? Yeah, that's not good. But I've thrown this thing. I've used it to cut some giant tree roots out when I was fencing, and it worked perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, I have no problem with that. Handles nice black craton, really, or Grivory, I think. It's nice and cheap. It's injected plastic, fiberglass stuff. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a one solid piece construction. It has this lock, this steel lock bar goes across it, and it's pinned in, just a rivet. It's yeah, same finish as the blade. And there's this inlay. The inlay is just pushed in, like, you can see that right there. Yeah, it's just right there. It's just pushed in through holes. No big deal. You could probably take it out if you want to, but you know. The blade, as I said, is it's actually full flat ground. It's a Bowie. Nice for penetrating. I actually put that to the side. Let's look at this one. This one, I really messed up the tip. You can't see it very well, but I hit it on some concrete. I just sharpened it back up. Yeah, the out-of-factory sharpness is not very good, and I cannot seem to get a very great edge on this. Even this one, I haven't touched this one forever, so it's pretty dull. This one is still pretty much factory, still pretty dull, can't cut hair, barely cut paper. Let's try that paper. Yeah, it sucks cutting paper. See, look, cut down. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's just a no. Try to go faster. Yeah, it's just not sharp. But that's after a lot of cutting, so give it a little bit of leeway. This steel is what do they call that? I think it's the German 416 stainless. Let's double check, because I'm so prepared for you guys. They actually don't really say on here, but I'm almost 99% sure it's their German 416 or 4116. You can read all about it, right? It's right here. So if you get their catalog, you can read about it. It's pretty much budget steel, more budget than AUS 8, obviously. It's decent. It's actually a lot better than some other blades that I'll talk about later. Some of the other options you can have is obviously, I'm going to pull out some fun knives and pull out Spaten. Oh, that's a nice knife. And I'm going to put the cold steel next to it. You can tell I'm going to put butt to butt, and it's almost the same size. I mean, it's pretty impressive. Just doesn't look the same size. Sorry, I had to grab a few more knives, but I'm just going to put it next to a few other knives, like this one right here. Probably know what this is. This is the Cold Steel Voyager XL. This is just a joke. I mean, I'm going to put this right here. Take this. This is not even the same level. They do sell a Voyager that's this size and this size, but roughly that size. But yeah, this is like $45 on Amazon. Why not? I'll talk about it later. And move up here. Next is going to be my pocket Bushman. You see this little modification right here? Left side. Another brief modification. Can't even tell, but I'll talk about it later. Yeah, this is a nice knife. It's cheap. It's really pretty sharp for the money. Comes razor sharp. I know some people gave it bad reviews, but I think it just needs a few mods and it will be on its way. So there's a few knives. I'm going to just clear them off the table now. You can still see that poor little Kudu. So, I mean, the Kudu, come on. How can you not like this knife? at the price point, there's probably no better bang for its buck. I'm doing all this with one hand, so it's pretty awkward, but look at that. That is true workmanship, craftsmanship, all that stuff. Look at that. It's like a skull and crossbones, but with the kudus. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed. See you later.